Shalom, giving all praise to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakakodah, Shalom to the 144,000 and the rest of you elect out there, Shalom to you all. Anyway, I'm going to title this video, and Yahweh shall scatter thee among all people. And Yahweh shall scatter thee among all people. Now, this is under the curses. So I'm going to read it verbatim, and I'm going to read the whole verse. And the Lord shall scatter thee among all people, from the one end of the earth even to the other. This thing started in the east, and it's going to end in the west. So the people that Christopher Columbus and his crew discovered, the people that he encountered, confronted, were Israelites. And you had Edomites, Europeans come over, and they knew about Gad and the other tribes. And they did say at one time, we're talking about the 1800s, you had religious. See, the people that came, the Europeans that came over here, they were, colonizers. That was a colony, the 13 colonies, which was the east. And they encountered Gad, Reuben, and then as they went further south and further up into Canada, they encountered Gad and the rest of the tribes, the northern kingdom. And they did say, these are the Israelites. These are the Israelites. That was popular back then. Talking about the 1800s. You can do research on that. So, Happy Zariah was right when he said, Gad is the North American Indians, Reuben is the Seminole Indians, Asher is the Brazilians, and so forth. And that's how you know that the Most High, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, is dealing with the men formerly of One West. Mainly on the list is Great Millstone. We got the 100% truth. The other camps, they just don't have it. And they're mad. And there thou shalt serve other gods. What gods shall you serve? The tribes in South America serve the Roman Catholic gods. They were all, talk to any person from South America, one of the so-called Latin tribes, and the majority of them will tell you that they're Roman Catholics. If not Roman Catholics, they're Pentecostals. But for the main religion that they go by is Roman Catholicism, because their captors, their conquerors, gave them the religion that the conquerors believed in, and the white Christ. That's why the Latin tribes are all fucked up. Latin tribes are all fucked up. The ones down in South America, and even the ones up here. There's very few Latins that come into this walk of ours. And so I'm going by what Esau says. We say it, nobody wants to believe it, we just making it up. But Esau says it. Did they make it up? Did these scholars and these religious people from England and other parts of Europe, when they came over here, they said these are in the Book of Mormons. They call the North American Indians, tribe of Gad, they call them Lamanites, which there's no such tribe as Lamanites, which neither thou nor thy fathers have known, even wood and stone. So in the Americas, in the U.S., with Jake, they were primarily, Baptists, some form of Christianity, Americanized Christianity, Baptist, Methodist. Because the slave master was either Baptist, Methodist, or one of the Lutheran, but mostly Baptist. Baptist is big in the South. In Canada, they were caught up in Roman Catholicism and Christianity. And so you got some Jakes that, you know, with Elijah Muhammad, that demon, he brought Islam, the American form of Islam, to over here to the States. That's why you got Jakes that following Islam. Like if you go to Jersey, right? Jersey, you go to the DMV, which represents Delaware, Maryland, and Virginia, which is Washington D.C., the D.C. area, which is called the DMV. You got Jake that are Christians or Muslims. You go to Jersey, you go to places like Philly, you're gonna run into a lot of Jakes are Islam. Why? Because Jake that was heavy in that section of America. And don't try to wake up an Islamic brother. You good luck with that. You know what I mean? May the Most High be with you with that, because that's a they're seared with a hot iron. Nigga be born in down south with a southern accent. He becomes a Mohammedan. All of a sudden he got an Arab accent. Never been nowhere. Can't spell Arabia. So, and the Christians, Jake Christians, forget about them. Most of the brothers that came into this thing, and a few of the sisters, they came out of Christianity, not Islam. If you get a guy that's in Islam, his family's in Islam, and you get him to be an Israelite, the Most High was with you on that day. So anyway, let me read this again, verbatim. Deuteronomy 28, verse 64. And the Lord shall scatter thee among all people from the one end of earth even unto the other, which is the Americas. This right here proves that the people, who were the first people that in America? Who discovered, when Christopher Columbus discovered the through a papal bull, and I may get into that as well. When Christopher Columbus, the Pinta and Nina and the Santa Maria, they did the three crews, the first people that they discovered were the Israelites, because that part of prophecy was fulfilled. So we're going to be scattered literally from the one end of the earth even unto the other, which is the west. You started at the east. This is being spoken of in the wilderness. Remember, the wilderness, there was no one mountain called Mount Sinai. Mount Sinai was a ship, in my belief, because Esau haven't found Mount Sinai. If they found it, they did. This is Mount Sinai, and see, this is where Esau tells you, these historians and scholars, a lot of them will tell you that's in Saudi Arabia, because they figured that the Israelites went through the Red Sea. They didn't go through the Red Sea. They went through the Gulf of Suez, which you have the Gulf of Suez. I went through that before, and the Gulf of Aqaba on the east or northeast of the Red Sea. They didn't go through the Red Sea, but it's called the Red Sea. They went through a part of the Red Sea, which is known as a what is that? Which is a Gulf, right? What's this thing in the wilderness would be known as a okay, you got a Gulf and you got a peninsula. Look up peninsula. And the wilderness was a peninsula in between two gulfs. And like I said, the mountain was the actual ship. That's why the Lord said, come not at thy wife. After the third day, come not after thy wife, and come to the border, but don't touch anything or you'll be put to death. It wasn't no mountain, it was a ship, according to my calculations. Because let me know what the ship, point it out to me. You know? Pretty sure Esau would, they got hospitals called Mount Sinai Hospital after Mount Sinai. So if they know everything, there's nothing that thou can hide from me. They would have had a documentary. Here we are on the top of Mount Sinai. So Mount Sinai was a ship. In my humble and spiritual opinion, you guys can't see that. See. So anyway, let me do this. So the other side of Earth is the America, North Canada, Iceland, Greenland, Canada, Alaska, which Alaskans are Gadites, North America, which is Canada and the U.S., and you got Central and South America, that the tribes went there. So, you know what I'm going to do? Let me do this. Let me go to Baruch. What I'm going to do is this. Do it this way. Let me go west. Let me just put in west. I might be able to find it easier this way. Bear me. Okay, here we go. Baruch. I'll read it and then it may go into, open it up to the context. It says Baruch 4:37. Let's see what that says. Lo, thy sons come whom thou sentest away. They come gathered together from the east to the west by the word of the Holy One, rejoicing in the glory of the Most High. So we're dealing with the east and the west. Baruch 5 verse 5, arise, O Jerusalem, and stand on high, and look about toward the east. When we say the prayers, we face the east. And behold, the children or the sons gathered from the west. So let's go back to Deuteronomy 28:64. It said from one end of the earth to the other. From the west. So therefore, the original people of this land are Israelites, gathered from the west unto the east by the word of the Holy One. So the Most High set up the prophets. The most important man of the Most High is not necessarily the king or the priest, but the prophet. The prophets represent the mouthpiece of the Most High, Yahweh. It says unto the east, right? Let me read it again. Arise, O Jerusalem. So we are rising, and stand on high, and look about toward the east. So now we're looking to the east. We had the Passover. We're going to be looking to the east. And behold, thy children, thy sons, gathered from the west. We're on the uttermost part of the earth. Unto the east, going back to the east by the word of the Holy One. So how do we know that we are the people of the east? Because we went into the scriptures. Arise, O Israel, O Jerusalem. Jerusalem is a people before it's a place. Jerusalem is a people before it's a place. By the word of the Holy One, rejoicing in the remembrance of the Most High. Now wait a minute, remembrance. Remember, re meaning back, and member meaning to bring back to mind. Remind me. Look, remind me of this. Bring it back to my mind. I forgot what I said yesterday. Remind me what I said. Then you bring it back. So we are reminded that we're the Israelites. Back into our memory. By what? By the word of the Holy One, not by what Esau says. Not by extra biblical sources, although we got them to back up what the book says. But this is why we identify, and you can't stop this train. These small hats want to call us anti-Semitic for telling the truth. Galatians 4:16, am I become your enemy because I give you the truth? They want to demonize us for telling the truth. And you guys are getting ready to get blasted the fuck out of here any goddamn way. I was going to go someplace else. A precept just came to mind. I just forgot it. Give me a second. Let me do this. Okay, Jerusalem standing. Peace by the word. There was a precept in my mind. Yeah, bring all things to your remembrance, though you once knew this. That's Jude. This is a spiritual awakening. So let me come back over here. Oh, this is what I did. This is what I said I was going to do. I was going to open this. I'm going to go into the context. So this is Baruch 5:5. So this is in context. Okay, 3. Baruch 5 verse 3 to, let me just find to 6. For the Most High will show thy brightness unto every country under heaven. That's talking about everybody, talking about the Israelites. For thy name shall be called of the Most High forever. The peace of righteousness and the glory of the Most High worship. Arise, O Jerusalem, and stand on high. That's Ezekiel 37, one of my favorite prophecies. And look about toward the east. So what position are we if we're looking out toward the east? We're on the other side, the opposite side. If somebody said look toward the south, that means you're in the north. And behold, like for example, Georgia is known as the south, Florida is known as the south, right? If you're in Florida, your starting point is in Florida, and you're going to Georgia, which are two southern states, considered southern states, east southern states. When you go from Florida to Georgia, what direction are you going? You're going north. And behold, thy children gathered from the west. That's the Americas, North, Central, South, Canada, United States, Central and South America, unto the east. This is getting ready to happen by the word of the Holy One, because our pineal gland was tapped, our so-called third eye was tapped to see it. That's why certain people can't get it. Sarnetta and these other, they can't. Why would you talk to them? What is the point of Captain Tazariak talking to these guys? I don't want to have nothing to do with them. What does Second Corinthians 6, you can start from the 13th verse, mean? They're a bunch of devils. You got Edomite devils and you got Israelite devils. Rejoicing in the remembrance. They're going to be happy that it was brought back to your memory of the Most High. Oh, I said I was going to go to Jude. Came back to me. For they departed from the on foot and were led away of their enemies. The number one enemy right now are the Edomites. You got Christians pushing out this nonsense. Oh, the Edomites are done away with. That means they're covering their ass. No, the Edomites are here. It's you so-called Europeans. The Romans, small hat scholars, historians say, look it up. Don't take my word for it. They say that the Romans descended from the Edomites. Because remember, the small hats, which are Edomites, they think that they're Israelites, and their enemy, their number one enemy, are the Edomites. So really, the small hats are enemies to the rest of the Edomites, or at least the Roman, Italian, descendants of the Roman Empire. This is what they say. Don't take my word for it. Google it yourself. But the Most High bringeth them unto the exalted with glory. The glory is a kingdom. Romans 9, starting from the 4th verse. The covenants, the glory, right, which is the kingdom. As children or sons of the what? Of the kingdom. The kingdom is on Solomon's kingdom and King David's kingdom. King David is second in command under Solomon. That's why he called his son Solomon my Lord, my superior. That's in Psalms. I believe that's 110. Somebody help me out. I'm not going to go to it. So why are we going from the west? The starting point is the west, and we're going back to the east. Because the kingdom is going to be established. These people are talking about the 3 red heifers or the 5 red heifers, and we found the red heifers, and we're going to sacrifice them and build a temple. The red heifers have nothing to do with building a temple. And what they don't understand is the temple is being built right before you mocking the temple. You cursing out the temple. You putting up curses against the temple. The temple are the Israelites. For the Most High have appointed that every high hill and banks of long continuance should be cast down. That's these nations. They're going to be cast down. And valleys, lowlands, filled up, to make even the ground, that Israel may go safely in the glory of the Most High. The glory represents the kingdom. It shall not be left to other people. Daniel chapter 2. If you're not an Israelite, if your line doesn't go back to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, then the sons that came out of Jacob, rather, because you had a daughter, all right, then you're none of his. And you're going to be, you'll be in the kingdom, but you're going to be a slave in the kingdom. Plain and simple. Anyway, let me do this. Let me get ready to land this plane. So I'm watching this video, and I might have to say, you watch this video, right? If I remember, I'll leave it in the description box. And this is they got to be Japanese. You can tell by the writing. It's Japanese writing. Japanese characters. I can tell the difference between Japanese characters, Korean characters, and Chinese characters. Excuse me. It says moga, almeri, choreograph, doing it to death by James Brown. So I want you to watch the video. Beat Surf Tendo. Let me look at some of these few of these comments. Then I'm gonna close. James Brown would have loved their energy. This is a great tribute to The Godfather Soul, amazing choreography and fun. They look like Moabites or whatever, Ammonites, but they got to be, if not all of them, the most of them are. Okay, let me see what this individual says. As a black American woman who grew up listening to James Brown, I love this, appreciate that the dancers put every ounce of their heart and soul into this. We really are all one love, more of humanity just needs to realize it. Just needs to realize it. Okay, the girl in the yellow pants is insane. She hits every move so hard that last spin transition thingamajig they did was so clean. All right, so now let me do this so I can point her out. She got to be talking about this one in the middle. They look like straight up Moabites, Ammonites, but they move like Jake, and they're dancing to James Brown. Give me a second. Okay, let me look at this one. As a black man born in the Caribbean, raised in the USA, living in Canada, I've noticed one thing: music brings us together. Look at the group and how they flow to the music. See, Edomites could dance, but they don't flow. They don't transition right. It's in their soul. This was amazing to see. Thank you for this. Let's read a couple more. Okay, let me read this one. This is one of the best dance routines I have seen in a long time. They are generally having a funky good time. See, Jake was attracted to this video right here. Okay, gosh, this group is so crisp and smooth. Absolutely beautiful to see a group like this dance to a legendary singer. Awesome. The girl in the yellow pants is simply a delight to watch. That's the second comment on the girl with the yellow pants. Okay, here we go. Now, I think these people are Jakes. They don't look nothing like Jake. This was off the chain. Never seen such fluid movement. Improvisation and synchronicity, being in sync. And it says improv, that they were doing it on the fly. And to a James Brown song, these girls nailed it. So y'all got to watch the video. And y'all can do a response to it. Okay, being black and Japanese, I'm getting a taste of both of my cultures. The choreography is just perfect and a joy to watch. Give me a second. Okay, the dancers are living proof that James Brown can bring the funk out of anybody. Well, no, they had the funk with him. James Brown didn't give them the funk. They had the funk long before the song was played. Keep saying the word funk. Funk. Okay, there's a third comment concerning the woman in the yellow pants. The young lady in yellow pants nailed it. Beautiful movements. There's choreography. Then there's choreography. There's soul. Then there's soul. There's groove. Then there's groove. Bruce Lee and what was the movie at the Game of Death before he fought Danny and Santu, which I believe he's a Jake. I believe they both Jakes. He had said a few things, and then Bruce Lee said, "Let's groove." That's something. Let's groove, meaning let's fight. Let's groove. Remember Bruce Lee, his close friend and his first student out there in the West was a Jake. There's dance, then there's this. There's wow, then there's wow. Spellbound by this clip. And some of these slow as Christmas, some of these dudes and the Israelites, no, you a Moabite, you going into captivity, kiss my boot. You're gonna have Israelites looking like every nation under the sun. This is what the mixed multitude in Revelation 7:9. John saw these people. A lot of them didn't look like Israelites. They looked like heathen. And the angel said, "These are Israelites. You're gonna have Israelites coming out looking like every nation on the planet Earth." Speckled bird. What is that? Jeremiah 12:9. If not 9 and 12, it's 12 and 9. Okay, here, I got to read this one. As a 61-year-old Mexican-American male that's been dancing since I was 12, so he can dance, he can do the Jake moves too. That was inspirational. Clean and timed so well. To get the timing and the smoothness and the crispiness and the choreography down perfect. You can't be an Edomite and do that. No, I seen Edomites that can move too. They're probably Jake. Usually you can tell the technical dances, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, etc. This group moved with heart and soul. Watch this too many times. Now kudos. Okay, there's another video. See, these are the Israelites tapping into. Hey, well, this is the stranger. The stranger. Isaiah chapter 14, when it says, "The stranger shall be joined unto thee." That's these other Israelites around the world that don't look like us. So you guys that are on a low level, you Israelites out there, you a Moabite. Kiss my boot. You might see a brother that got a woman that look like a Moabite. She could be a Jake. I keep reading. I didn't want to make this long. These ladies have soul. Their dancing look effortless. Now there's this chick that used to be a Moabite looking chick on Soul Train, and there's a YouTube channel. It's all dealing with Soul Train and interview the different dancers, right? So they had the Moabite, I think she's Vietnamese. That woman move like one of the Latin tribes, man. Cannot stop watching this. It is so awesome to watch. Everyone dancing is so good. The choreography is great. Some of those moves I never seen before. Yeah, that's Jake. That's the creativity of Jake. Oh yeah, that part right there, that spin and drop to the knees of that girl and polka dots was amazing and so on point. The group is amazing. Let me look at the polka dots. The chick with the polka dots. And they motherfuckers look like Moabites. Or Ammonites, rather. Yeah, this is her. Yeah, they did a spin. They spun. Then they dropped to the knees. Yeah, they were getting down, man. They were getting down. You can tell by the reaction, and I'm almost positive Apostle Apostle Gabar gonna get on this. Yeah, I said Apostle Gabar, looked like a young Moabite playing the guitar like B.B. King. B.B. King. Do y'all know what the B.B. stands for? Let me know in the comment section. That's a joke. Right, I love this. Been watching it over and over again for 2 years. Wow. Get a life, my man. Just joking. Wow, I can watch this a zillion times, and it always puts a smile on my face. The strangers shall be joined unto them. You know, you don't see the camps out there, you don't see people that look like Moabites because they get rejected. If a guy looking like a daggone Moabite got the spirit of Jake, he can be in the camp. He pulling out scriptures, he reading, he's speaking. He pointing to the 12 tribe sign. Looking for a couple more. Bring out some good ones. Right. These kids can feel the music. Fantastic. Well, that's Jake. That's Jake. And if one of them was off, they would have kicked her out the group. So there's another one, James Brown, Sex Machine. See, they don't know our culture, but they watch us and they learn. And they're connected through the spirit of James Brown. It goes in the fourth comment on the lady in the yellow pants. Is so captivating. She's hard not to watch. Her timing and moves are perfect, but they're all incredible, good, incredible. It should be incredibly good dancers. Watching this makes me smile a lot and have a funky good time. We're gonna have a funky good time. Gonna take you high. Yep, every single move we did on dance floors across America back in the day. They would dance like Jake back in the day. The girl in the yellow, that's a fifth comment on the girl in the yellow pants, had a couple of super smooth, not smooth, but super smooth moves to add to the collection. She was all in, way in, to the marrow, to the bone, into the bone. Love it, love it, love it. Okay, let me read this one last one. I'm from Atlanta, Georgia, in the United States. Y'all are killing this shit. That's how we used to dance when we were kids back in the 70s. You got a lot of 70s people out there. Okay, you got this clown, Mayweather. This nigga said, this guy, Trump is the greatest president ever. That's what he said. He said he's the greatest president ever. Okay, so anyway, with that, I remember I put it up, and if not, you can copy it here. That was 2 years ago, whatever the hell this means. So with that, I'm going to say shalom, on to the next shalom.